What's up, everybody? Patch 1.2 is now live after a month without a patch, and we have yet to read the patch notes, so this is going to be sort of like our last podcast we did with the last patch, where we read over the patch notes, give you our initial reaction, and sort of talk about everything that they changed. And I'm really excited, so Cookie, just let's get into this. Read them off.
Let's do it! Alright. So, first it says, hi everyone. I'm not reading that part. Alright, it says, okay, this is a good start. First off, we've added additional locations to Custom Arcade. Kashyyyk, Hoth, Endor, Crate, Jakku, and Death Star 2. I believe that now means all of the maps should be available in Arcade. I don't think there's any other ones, because there were already 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So that's all the maps now are available in Custom Arcade.
Okay,
They
cool.
said they were
You
going
don't
to do
need a
that,
mod to do
so
that
that's
now.
good.
Nice.
That's useful. Good job. All right, another thing they said they were going to do. We're also launching a new game mode, Jetpack Cargo. 2 teams of 8 players equipped with jetpacks compete in this frantic and fast-paced mode. This will only be available for unlimited time, so make sure to jump in and give it a try. So another thing that was expected. So good deal.
Ooh, new content.
Well,
That's always a
here-
plus.
This looks different. Also, for a limited time, we have added 3 new hero appearances to the game. Specifically, the Hoth appearances for Luke Skywalker. Yeah, that's interesting. Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Han Solo. You can preview them in their respective character costumes. Blah, 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 blah. Under appearances, they will be unlockable through a series of in-game challenges that will be available over time. Stay tuned to our channels for more information. That's interesting. On a couple different levels. Okay. I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit. Or do you want to talk... Like, do we talk about it as we go, or do we talk about it as a whole at the end?
Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. Since, I mean...
Okay.
I'm a little bit confused as to why they say a limited time. Are they gonna give us like a little preview? Like, here, you can use these... you can use these outfits for now, but if you want to permanently unlock them, you have to do them through challenges later. Because that doesn't really make sense.
That is a
Or
little
maybe this is a
strange.
tease of what we're going to... Like, because if they're going to bring microtransactions into the game, why would they give us new outfits now as like a teaser?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, I guess we don't know if they're going to bring a custom...
Well, they said stay tuned to our channels for more information, so it sounds like they're not even totally sure yet what they're doing with this.
I don't know, but
That's-
I mean, that's not big of a deal. It's just snow
Yeah.
Hoth outfits that we've seen from
Yeah,
the
and
last
those Hoth
year.
outfits have been available in the data mined on the mods for...
I mean, yeah.
since
I mean, it's a
mods have been
welcome...
available, too.
It's always new content, so that's a plus, but it is weird that it's a limited time, and that doesn't make sense. But on to the next thing.
On to the next thing. This patch brings a lot of balance tweaks and bug fixes to heroes, classes, blah, blah, blah. And for fans of Arcade, we've made substantial improvements to the AI to make the experience more engaging. That's nice. I almost missed this. A significant tweak has also been made to dodging.
To dodging. Oh, yes.
There you go.
Nice.
Lastly, all players... Well, should we talk about... I guess we should talk about that first. Because they're making a major change to dodging. That's huge. I'm curious... I mean, I guess that's all they... I'll see if there's more specifics later, I guess.
Yeah, I might say more later.
But, and the Arcade AI would be great. If they can make the AI in Arcade a lot better. I mean, I know Arcade's not, like, a major thing for people, but that would make Arcade significantly more fun if the AI was smarter. All right. Lastly, all players will now receive 2 default emotes for their troopers instead of having to unlock some before you can join in the fun. So get out there and start expressing yourselves in-game. So you receive 2 default emotes? I wonder if that's on top of emotes you already have, or if that's only if you have none.
I think it's just like just random generic crap emotes for people that are new to the game. Doesn't affect us.
All right. So now, the specifics. All the buffs, nerfs, all that good stuff. Heroes and villains.
The good
and-
juicy stuff.
Can't talk. Heroes and villains balancing. Boba Fett. Let's see what it
Yes.
says. Oh my God, there's a lot for Boba Fett.
Oh, that's a good thing.
We've made a substantial change to the way Boba Fett's jetpack feels when flying. We think you're going to love the increased maneuverability. Furthermore, we improved his efficiency at distance with the EE3. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, nice.
Previously, it could be frustrating to try to shoot with the EE3's high dispersion, especially while flying. As a result, we improved the EE3 in a few areas, and we hope this will combine with the jetpack changes to make Boba Fett even more fun to use on the battlefront. So that's the first thing. And here's the specifics of it. So jetpack controllability improved. The E3 reduced the minimum dispersion angle from 0.6 to 0.4. Reduced the maximum dispersion angle from 1.2 to 0.8. Increased end damage from 20 to 25 for the E3. And increased damage drop-off start distance from 15 to 20 meters.
So this is something I was not expecting at all for them to do to Boba Fett. So instead of them trying to play around with the rockets like they have been for quite some time now, they're just going to leave the rockets the way they are, and then they're just going to buff him in a different way.
With the E3.
So they're going to increase his main blaster damage and range, which is... that's going to make him awesome. And making him like move better in the air with his jetpack. He
already moves
I can't wait
good. I was going to say.
Yeah, I thought he moved pretty good the way it was. So this might be really fun to use. I love Boba Fett, and he was one of my favorite heroes, but I think this patch that's good improvements. His EE3 it was okay, but this buff I think is definitely going to make a difference. So this is a good change.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what that jetpack controllability improved means, because I thought he was pretty good with maneuverability with the jetpack, so I'm curious how they made that better. Would be interesting. So, I mean, they didn't say anything about the jetpack glitch specifically, but maybe that's included in that. You would think if they're messing with the jetpack, they'd fix that glitch too, where it just turns off. So, I don't know. They don't specifically say anything about it. Maybe they will later. We'll see. All right. Next up's Iden Versio. I'm just going to go to the specifics instead of the paragraph, because it basically says it either way. Fixed an issue where Iden's droid stun didn't give damage on the first attack. Okay. Droid stun. Okay. Reduced the time between the ability activation and shock. That's great. So it has a chance. Reduced the damage from 40 to 50. Reduce the damage? Or reduce the damage sheet? That doesn't make any sense. Reduce the damage from 40 to 50. Typo?
So there's nothing that says anything about her shield, which sucks. So that doesn't make sense. It's as if they don't care about her shield sucking. Her shield's useless. Because there's so many things that do explosive damage to Iden that, explosive damage just goes right through the shield. Grenades, the blurg with explosive rounds, any of the heavy sentries, they all go through her shield instantly. So they needed to fix that. Her droid stun also sucked, so I'm glad that they did fix it and addressed it. But they only got her half right. They needed to fix this and her shield.
I'm pretty positive they did reduce the damage, because in the paragraph it says the droid's damage has been slightly reduced. So even though the 40 to 50 doesn't make sense, for some reason, reduce the damage of the droid. Just kind of confusing, because I didn't think
maybe
the
they
droid
meant to
was
say 50 to
overpowered
40.
The damage part. Probably.
I don't know. But okay.
All right, next up is Bosk. So, the Relby V10 reduced recoil from 5 to 2.2. That's a big change, I think.
We didn't read the paragraph it said about him.
Well, no, because it's going to say the same thing. Just go into the specifics. Yeah, the paragraph just summarizes the specifics. The explosive traps reduce the damage from 80 to 76 per trap.
Okay.
And
so
then fix the blast damage radius to fit the star card's numbers for multi-trap. So basically the multi-trap star card was messed up and they fixed it, I guess.
Okay, so they fixed that, nerfed his radius, but they did make his recoil better. So you'll be able to snipe a lot better with him, but your explosives won't do as much damage. So that's not anything bad. No, people were upset they were nerfing Bosk, but he's fine.
Yeah, I can't really argue either way on that one. That's fine with me. All right, next up's Ray. So this is interesting. Mind control. Reduced mind control radius from 20 to 18 meters. Insight. Reduced insight radius from 50 to 30. That's a big change. And then Farsight reduced bonus by 10%. Now 10, 20, 30, 40%. So that's the star card, I think, for Farsight then. Reduced her bonus on Farsight for that. So it sounds like it just like the radius of her abilities overall is what got nerfed.
If you combined her stuff with her star cards the right way, she would have insane range with her abilities. So
yeah,
that's all that they nerfed about her. So she's still a bit OP when it comes to like if she attacks you, like she can kick you and stun you, knock you over, and so she's still a beast at fighting. But they did nerf her inside ability, which is, I mean, that's a small nerf, so that's nothing too crazy either.
Yeah, Rey should be fine, so no worries about that.
Ooh, up next
all right,
is
here's
Kylo
a big
Ren.
one. Kylo Ren. Reducing pool recharge time from 25 to 20 seconds. So that's a start. Reducing
That's nice.
freeze recharge time from 25 to 24 seconds, so 1 second less. And then Frenzy. Kylo Ren now has 40% damage absorption while Frenzy is active.
Ooh.
So that means he can take more damage when he's in Frenzy, which makes sense because he's like putting himself out there a lot more. So, yeah.
Damage absorption. Does that mean like he heals himself
it means
from the damage, or it doesn't affect him? Like he takes 40% less damage.
I think it means he can take more damage. Like he can take more damage while he's in Frenzy mode. Kind of like Vader can take more damage in certain situations.
This buff, this damage absorption, combined with his with the dodging, if they really fix the dodging, then Kylo might be a beast now. Because Kylo you guys have seen it. He swings, miss, and then you just get unloaded on because you're stuck swinging and missing with Frenzy. But now, if you take less damage with Frenzy active, and they can't roll away from you, Kylo might be a beast. Which
being able to use pull 5 seconds faster is a big deal too. That's a huge upgrade.
I'm glad that they buffed Kylo because I like Kylo. He just wasn't very good, but great change. Good job there.
Right. Next up, Luke Skywalker. So Luke's got a bunch of stuff that happened to him.
He says that we heard your wishes, so they actually listened to the fact that everybody wanted Luke buffed.
Yeah, they said that about Iden too, and like basically that they've been hearing what the people have been saying. They increased Luke's sprint speed by 0.6 meters a second, so he's faster.
Okay.
That's interesting. This is a big one. Increased Luke's health from 700 to 750. That's pretty significant.
Okay. Nice.
Increased his health regen rate from 50 to 110. Doubled his regen. More than doubled his regen rate.
Jeez.
And then
that
even
might
more.
Make a difference.
It keeps going. They decreased his regen delay from 5 to 2.7.
Okay.
And decreased his max regen amount from 250 to 200. So I think that's a nerf. Decreased his max regen amount is less.
Yeah, they nerfed the amount, but they made it so that if you're smart and you just block, basically if you block, you can heal yourself a lot faster while you're blocking. So or if you run away, you can get back into the action a lot faster. So they didn't make him do more damage. They just made it so he can take more damage. Mm-hmm. Which, it should work out the same way. So that's a pretty good
Luke needed a little help. So that's
he did.
Next up is Old Man Balls, Emperor Palpatine. Now I want to read the paragraph for Palpatine because there's not that much apparently that actually got changed. So I want to see what they say about this. Emperor Palpatine now requires line of sight on his target to trigger damage with his Dark Aura and default lightning ability. Both abilities will no longer go through obstacles and walls. That's nice.
Nice.
While we love the fantasy fulfillment there, the frustration of not knowing what was damaging it was too high for us not to act on. They actually did that on purpose. To have them go through obstacles and walls, but anyway, the specifics is the lightning increased reach of the ability from 12 to 14 meters to compensate for the tighter collision check.
Okay, so basically, if you shoot somebody, it's not going to go over to other people as much as it does. And like the dark aura, you have to be looking at them. It's not going to be targeting everyone in a huge circle radius, and you just dart into a room and kill everybody at once. And then they increase the range. Like, he already had some decent range if you have that 1-star card. So if they increase it further, I mean, Palpatine's still going to be really good. Because, I mean, he's Palpatine. But I don't think these nerfs are going to completely kill Palpatine. But, yeah, you're definitely not going to see any broken, insane 200 kills with Palpatine anymore. That's for sure. So, I'm glad that they nerfed him.
Yeah, it's really good because a lot of times when they have a super OP character like Palpatine, they'll super over nerf him and then he'll suck. And it doesn't sound like they're doing that here. It just sounds like they're making him ordinary again, which is what they should be doing. So I'd be pretty happy with that. See how it turns out, I guess. All right, Chewbacca's next. A lot of people got buffs and nerfs in this one. There was only like 5 in the last one, so this is great. Chewbacca had one of the longest stun duration abilities in the game, and it made him quite powerful. However, we wanted the stun to be a bit more tactical, so he reduced the duration. So the stun grenade reduced the shock time from 1.6 seconds to 1 second, so that's a pretty big deal.
Wow,
Reduced bowcaster side projectiles explosive damage from 25 to 21. And then reduced furious bowcaster side projectiles explosive damage from 12 to 10. So Chewie got nerfed.
Chewie got nerfed hard. See, what sucks is that Chewie was a heroes versus villains character. He was not very good in Galactic Assault, and they didn't do anything to buff his health or make him take more damage from blasters. So he's going to be even worse in Galactic Assault now. Like I could get maybe 40 kills with him, and that'd be like the best I could get with him on average. I mean, you can get higher than that, obviously, depending on the situation. But on average, you could get 30, maybe 40 kills with Chewbacca in Galactic Assault. But Heroes vs. Villains is where he really shined. And them nerfing him now he's just going to be pretty sucky, to be honest. I mean, he'll still be...
He needed a nerf for Heroes and Villains, but he needed a buff for Galactic Assault because he's not good in Galactic Assault.
They should have kept these nerfs. Like these are good examples, and they'll make him more balanced in Heroes vs. Villains. But they should have given him something extra, like can take more damage or has more armor or something. I don't know. Yeah. But a lot of people are gonna steer away from Chewie now once they see how that affects him. I know.
Yeah, like it makes him kind of completely worthless. I don't think that one's completely well done. Good on the Heroes vs. Villains part, but the Galactic Assault part, he's going to be worthless. Yeah. All right, a good bit of stuff to Yoda as well. They increased the damage of Yoda's lightsaber from 80 to 115.
Whoa.
So that'll make a difference.
Yeah, that means he can now one-shot snipers. Before he couldn't one-shot snipers. Now he can one-shot snipers and two-shot assault, and it's still 3-shot. Well, no, he can 2-shot heavies too.
So this is interesting. His barrier ability, it added the functionality to break out of immobilizing effects on activation. I
don't know what that exactly means. I'd have to see like an example.
Is that a star card? I'm confused what the barrier ability even is.
Immobilizing effects on activation. I think I don't really know what there's meaning there.
I don't know what that means. Off the top of my head, I don't understand that.
I'm sure it's happened to me before, but I don't know. I'd have to see an example of it.
His unleash effect got quite a bit of changes. It increased the energy holding time from 0.7 to 0.9 seconds, increased angle from 40 to 45 degrees, and increased first tier damage from 100 to 110, second tier 120 to 130, third tier 150 to 160, fourth tier to 175 to 190.
Oh my god.
So it buffed the hell out of Unleash, which I thought was already really good.
Monster. Yoda's going to be insane. Wow. Whoa, Yoda's going to be great now.
Damn.
Because the Unleash, if you had it fully maxed out, it could just insta-kill people. Now it's going to... It looks like it'll insta-kill everybody but heavies at 190 damage. So if you increase your Yoda star cards so that you can, like, based around the Unleash ability, you're going to be crazy good. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to play around with my star cards for Yoda now. That's great.
I wasn't
Plus,
sure
they
Yoda
nerfed
needed
the
a buff.
dodging. Yeah, so he does more lightsaber
Yoda's...
damage, and they nerfed the rolling, or the dodging, so you can just dash at people now, because Yoda's so small and fast. Oh, man, Yoda's going to be fun.
Whatever this barrier
change.
thing is, it breaks immobilizing effects. So if you immobilize Yoda, he can break out of it, whatever that is. So that would make him better in Heroes vs. Villains and stuff like that, even more too. On top of all this other stuff. So
Yoda's going to be the new Palpatine.
Yoda might be... They might have overdone that.
I am all for Saber heroes getting buffs, because they've really sucked for the longest time due to the rolling and everything else that goes on. I mean, you have to get up close into their face to even hit them with a lightsaber, so they should do a lot of damage. If they manage to get that close to you, I mean, they should be awarded with a kill. But let's continue.
So Lando got a couple buffs as well. Basically, just 2 of his cooldown times they've been reduced. The smoke grenade got reduced the recharge time from 15 to 14 seconds, so you just get it faster. But the disruptor got a pretty significant recharge time. Reducing, that's not a word. Either way, he went from 25 to 19 seconds for the recharge time for the disruptor now, which is a 6-second change. So that will come out a lot quicker. So that's
especially if it
fairly
if you have
significant.
It upgraded. I think there's a star card that buffs it too. So
nice. And they said they wanted to boost his effectiveness against lightsaber users, is why they primarily did that. So it's an interesting idea. More for the Heroes vs. Villains part of it. So we'll see how that, I guess, works. Okay. So next up's Darth Vader. This looks interesting. We changed how choke works in order to simplify comprehension for the player that is Darth Vader and for their target. In an effort to also make Darth Vader more tanky, we granted him a health bonus when activating Focused Rage.
Ooh.
Okay, so, wait, there's 2 parts to this. Focused Rage, Vader now receives 200 temporary bonus health when activating the Focused Rage ability. So now that's basically the same as Finn and Phasma's thing that activates their extra health for a limited time. However, they did reduce his max health from 900 to 800. So that's kind of the balancing effect, I guess, of that.
I mean, it still gets
kind of understand.
It's still a buff, though, because it's 900 to 800, but it still goes up to 1,000 total if you have your focus raged. So technically, it's more. I mean, if you and then if you increase the max health star card, and then you use the focus rage, like, I want to see how they change this choke that they're talking about. So
it sounds like they should be fixing the choke overall, because and if that's the case, then it's a definite buff for Vader. If his choke is now more effective and he can actually do things with it. They weren't very specific from that. Yeah, that would be a big deal.
I have to play around with it. But this is a good change for Vader too, so that's nice, because I don't go into the fight unless I have focus rage turned on. So this is going to help me a ton. And then there's star cards that can buff your focused rage. So Darth Vader's going to be freaking great now too. So that's a welcome change. He's going to be pretty scary in Heroes vs. Villains though, but Galactic Assault he'll be pretty fun to use.
All right. Next up is one we've been asking for a long time, Captain Phasma. We took notice of your feedback regarding the utility of Captain Phasma's staff. Thank God. We are improving it so that it feels faster and more fluid when used. Thank God. So staff strikes increase the animation speed of the ability, desperately needed, and increase the transition speed between each strike, also desperately needed. So it also increased how quickly Captain Phasma can use her blaster after performing a staff strike. So all of that was just fix the staff strikes. So hopefully to God, the staff strikes are cool now.
Good.
Because honestly, if it wasn't for the horrible animation and transition, I really thought that was a cool power. It just was completely worthless because of the terrible animation.
Phasma's going to be great now, because she was good in every other way. And now that her staff's active, you can just stun lock them with the droid and beat the crap out of them with their staff.
Yeah, especially in Heroes vs. Villains.
That's another good change. So, wow, I'm really impressed so far. Like, we've been giving them crap for a long time. I gotta give them props. So far, they could really screw it up. Well, we're not done yet, but so far this is really good. I'm really impressed with all the changes, except for Chewie. That's the only one that they really seem to screwed up so far, but I guess we'll find out. But good job, Dice.
I'm going to run through some of these heroes and villains bug fixes because we're away from the specific changes to heroes and villains. Lightsaber closers are deactivated while blinded. Lightsaber closers are deactivated while blinded. Fixed an issue where you would be in a stun state forever. Yeah. The maximum stun duration is now 5 seconds. So you can never be stunned more than 5 seconds. Okay.
Oh, from like...
from like the flash grenade? It doesn't
maybe.
say blinded.
I hope so. Well, the flash grenade stuns you. Like, you can't run away. I'm assuming that's what they mean. I hope that's what they mean.
That would be a big change.
Unless...
Boba Fett... Oh, here you go, Swanee. Swanee, guess what? Boba Fett fixed an issue that prevented Boba Fett from using his jetpack ability when For the Hunt was activated while his jetpack fuel was depleted. Oh, that's actually my issue. I'm not sure if that is yours. That's what I keep screwing up.
The issue I would have is, like, heroes would just lose their abilities completely, including Boba Fett. Like, his jetpack would just completely break. I haven't had that problem in a while, though, so hopefully it's already been fixed. But, yeah, I know what you're talking about with this issue. Like, you would activate your... for the hunt
when you have no
while
fuel,
you're out of fuel,
then you can't get it back.
Yeah, so that's
that happened twice in the 1v1 with you against Bosk. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, no. So yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Luke's epicenter will now deal the proper amount of damage when used. That's another buff to Luke. He already.
Yeah.
So his epicenter is going to be more effective now. Yoda's got more. Here we go. I wonder. We'll see what this is. Yoda Feel the Force edited the description of this ability to make it more clear that all friendlies will receive a health bonus. Okay, that's a very small change. The ability will now apply the proper amount of bonus time, so another star card that was messed up, enduring the Force. And then Master of the Force, the ability will no longer damage players inconsistently and only when released at maximum power. Like, it's just a couple fixes to a star card, so nothing too drastic there. And then Finn's Deadeye, the targeting crosshair should be properly removed after the ability has been used. Okay. So
meaning
bug fixes there.
Yeah, like Finn, after you use Deadeye, it would lock on to, like, say Palpatine, for example. After the ability was over, it would still be locked onto Palpatine, so you could see everywhere he ran to. So
yeah, that's
a good
pretty
fix.
broken.
This is a long patch.
Right. There's a lot. Well, it's been a long time, so
this podcast is 28 minutes already.
I know. We're going to go for a 2-hour podcast.
All right, let's try to speed this up a bit.
All right. The dodge ability has been proven to be too powerful, which was not our initial intent. Dodging granted far too many benefits like damage reduction and the ability to transition into a hit animation ignoring the lightsaber damage. In order to handle this, we added an unstaggerable window during a set period of time when you dodge. You still receive the same benefits during that window, but now you have a narrow time in which to gain those benefits. Now you'll need to time your rolls better and predict attacks. So basically, you have to be able to be very skilled with your dodging. You can't just do it.
Nice.
Like, you need to... So basically, if you see someone coming at you with a lightsaber and you dodge, well, that's not good enough anymore.
Yeah.
You have
well,
to
it says here, while testing these
they
changes, they've had good results, but this is a change that they will monitor closely. So, obviously, they want to get this out here to the public and just see how this does against actual skilled players and just see how it works out in the community. The only problem with this is that if they only have a patch like once a month, and this is really broken, then that's gonna suck.
Hopefully they can do some more hot fixes and stuff, which they haven't been doing.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm so glad that they fixed the roll, the dodge.
Yeah, that's really cool. There was... On all classes, they fixed an issue on blaster rifles, the S5. Weapons that can be toggled with a high zoom level through dual zoom. The scope glint would always appear when zooming. It now only appears when the dual zoom scope is equipped and toggled to its highest magnification level. They fixed that glitch. All troopers have now received 2 default emotes. Talked about that earlier. Reduce the time it takes until you can shoot after executing a melee attack. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. The Vanguard Shotgun lowered start damage per bullet from 14 to 12.
Ooh, so it got a nerf.
Finally.
Nice.
I forgot that I hated the Vanguard Shotgun. All the other stuff that was wrong. CR2 fixed an issue with inconsistent super success triggers compared to other blasters. Is that another? So I guess that's another slight nerf to it. Okay, so here's a supercharged sentry. I've been waiting for this one. Reverted the heat per bullet tweak made for 1.1 patch from 0.17 to 0.15. So it doesn't overheat quite as fast, I guess.
Okay.
But that's it. So doesn't sound like a whole lot happened there. Okay, the blur got a nerf. Lowered start damage from 37 to 35 and end damage from 20 to 16. So basically damage nerf straight up.
So, yeah, they're just like, enough of the broken blur crap. Be gone. So now it's, from the last patch it got nerfed for explosive rounds, and now it got nerfed again. So no more broken officer running up behind you as Lando, and he freaking shoots you twice and you're dead. So good.
This is interesting. Milestones are now claimed automatically upon completion. That's nice.
Great.
I don't know why that was that way, but yeah, that's good. Good change. Good change. Now all completed items are on the bottom of the career tab, and we sort the active items by the amount left until completion. Cool. That's nice. That seems small, but that's actually really cool. I'm glad they're doing that. Then they changed a bunch of milestones to be easier, it sounds like. Pretty much every...
Yeah.
Like starting assault training stay true. So just making some of the challenges easier that were apparently just too hard. Location design balance changes for Kamino, Tatooine, Hoth, Naboo, and Endor. I'm trying to see if any of them are extremely significant or not.
They basically just tweaked out of bounds and stuff for certain maps, and they tweaked the spawns and just like Kamino, they made it easy for attackers.
Which is good.
Adjust the spawn point so the players weren't being attacked by the AT-AT on Hoth or the AT-AT.
Well, that's great because Tatooine and Kamino are both two maps that still have the ending too early problem. So if they're increasing the chances for attackers on both maps, that'll make both of those maps more fun. So I'm all in favor of that.
Good tweaks here, too, for different maps.
And actually, the Naboo one for Phase 2 of Galactic Assault has had balance tweaks. That makes sense, too, because Phase 2 of Galactic Assault, the defenders would have a huge advantage. Maybe that's what they're talking about there, I'm hoping. Because Phase 2 on Naboo would be kind of annoying. She'd just be stuck in the hallway, so that might be what happened there. Location design bug fixes, I don't know if any of those are going to be real important to go over at this point. It's just a bunch of bugs.
Bunch of bug fixes that aren't really worth pointing out.
Yeah, general improvements and bug fixes. There's a shit ton of these. Holy crap.
AI Logic Arcade.
Wow.
Graphic effects. Improve the glow thickness and lighting of lightsabers.
Ooh. Learning from the modders on that one? Can make the lightsabers look better?
Yeah.
Reduce the stretch bloom effect for a clearer image. Fixed an issue where the camera would enter a bad state when being the target of Darth Vader's choke. Finally. I hated that. The camera would go bonkers when you get choked and fly across the map.
Fixed an issue where Darth Vader wouldn't take damage from Luke's push ability. Fixed an issue where the AAT would take too much damage when colliding with objects.
Fixed an issue where the character would disappear on the client after combat rolls.
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of bugs going on that they fixed. Jeez.
Oh, that's
the ski speeder got nerfed on Crate.
On battle points, yeah. Fixed an issue where AI troopers in arcade would constantly melee attack each other. Thank God. Because that was freaking annoying. Those boring-ass battles are all punching each other on the whole map. So I'm glad that's a bunch of bug fixes.
Oh, they fixed the issue where the ATST would show up on your radar as an enemy. That's nice. So, yeah, so there's just a bunch... Oh, the ATRT repairability didn't work. They fixed that. So just a bunch of random bugs they have fixed. There's a bunch of them. So we're not going to read all of them.
There was a ton.
Oh, then there's
a couple known issues at the end. I'll read some of these. I think these are more important, maybe. Yoda does not break out of several immobilizing abilities when using presence. I didn't know that was a thing. Palpatine's first basic and secondary attack deal no damage. Oh, so these are known issues that they haven't fixed, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's further than intended. So it's actually just basically telling us stuff that they plan on trying to fix in the future.
Yeah, like watch out for this stuff. Like Darth Vader's punishing
Ray's
grip star
mind
card
trick.
effect does not apply when choke is used.
Well, it says about Finn's targeting marker from Deadeye, but they said they fixed that. That's kind of
Oh god, that's a bad one. Emperor Palpatine's first basic and secondary attack deal no damage.
That's a problem. I didn't know that.
That
That'd be a
sounds pretty
bummer.
bad.
Ray's mind trick abilities affects player further than intended. That's interesting. So it hasn't been fixed yet, but that would hurt Ray pretty significantly if that got nerfed, but not yet. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's
overall, great patch. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. 8 or 9. Like, they fixed a lot of bugs, did a lot of buffs, very few nerfs. This is mainly just a buff patch. The nerf to blur, which is great.
Stuff.
Fixed maps, fixed freaking... wow, this is a good... I mean, was it worth the wait? Probably not. Because we did wait a month. But, I mean...
Yeah,
oh, wait. There was something else. There's something else that we missed.
What have we missed?
Increased credit payout for duplicate items. Commons from 200 to 300. Uncommon from 400 to 6. Rare from 800 to 900. And epic from 1200 to 3600. There's something that they just added that we missed out on.
Oh, I have to refresh the page to see that.
Yeah.
Aha, I do see it. That's a big deal. I'll take that. I mean, it would be nicer if...
Yes,
yeah,
so that is going to help.
I got 10 credits for
Duplicates
my
give
epic.
you more stuff.
Now it's 3,600. That would be nice. But yeah,
awesome.
That's
great.
That's a welcome
great patch.
change.
Hopefully we can get more patches in the future at a more frequent rate. But this was good. Good changes. I don't know. What do you think, Cookie?
I like it. I like it a lot. I like the changes to arcade a lot because it could make arcade actually fun to play. You might actually want to play it now with the changes to the AI, having all the extra maps, fixing a bunch of the glitches. That's all cool. See how the Jetpack Cargo goes. The limited hero appearance is a little strange.
I think this is a great
how that works.
Step in the right direction. If they keep rolling out patches like this and they fix this much stuff each time, then that's great. There's so many problems that were addressed. Like, this is going to make the game fresh and feel fun to play again.
I think, as far as the heroes and villains, the only issue I have is that Yoda's probably going to be overpowered. And Chewie's going to really suck now. But other than that, I think they did really good with the heroes and villains. I think
I guess we'll
it's
find
all
out.
good otherwise. We will.
Ooh,
so, guys,
this is
that
a long
is
podcast.
patch 1.2. Well, it's a long patch. So if you guys like this video, let us know. Smash that like button. Comment down below what you like or don't like about the patch. Maybe you wanted more stuff. Maybe you wanted less. Let us know in those comments down below. We do have new t-shirts, new mugs, all kinds of stuff in our merchandise store. That is in the description as well. Also, if you would like to, and it would really help out the channel, you could sign up for a free trial through Gamefly through the link that is also in the description. But that's it for us, guys. We will talk to you next time, and goodbye.
How convenient to have you all together. You saved me the trouble of hunting you down. The First Order will conquer you all. Soon we will reclaim the galaxy. Perhaps you'll take part.